Drivers, I would like to echo the wisdom of Metallica's James Hetfield. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. I desire you to line up for grid, and if you love your track workers, easy on the cones. Thanks, guys.
We are back at the Drift Mansion at Little Talladega for the first event of the year. Welcome to the Drift Mansion.
It's a perfect weekend for it. It's July 4th weekend. Got a lot of really cool drivers coming out. Got a lot of help with the staff. Lots of friends are here, so it's going to be a good time. Good weekend for it.
We're at the Drift Mansion. We're going to slay some tires for America.
Little Talladega, baby.
First time at the mansion, it's gonna be crazy. I never thought that this place would be as great as it is.
There's a whole bunch of just badassery is the only way that I could explain it, to be honest with you.
It's very hot.
Love it here. This is probably one of my favorite tracks. Drift Mansion, 2 days, hell of a time. Party at night, drove all day. Best time. I love it out here.
My name is Evan Shanks, and I'm here to drift.
We're here blowing doors out.
Ladies, gentlemen, drivers, my mom always used to tell me that I could be anything that I wanted. I wanted to be a race car driver, but I discovered it was cheaper to be track staff. So this is your chance to live my dream and yours. Lock and load, let's ride.
I love you.
Back for the Summer 24 Drift Mansion event.
It's July, it's about 11 o'clock on the day of roll-in, so the Drift Mansion is ready to go. We've got drivers rolling in within the next hour, and we'll get them staged, get everybody welcomed in.
Bro, what?
We made it, finally.
I ain't ashamed to admit it, brother. I tried this course on the sim. I was hitting all kind of shit, so we're gonna see what happens.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Charlie. First time here.
Oh yeah, first time.
Hello? Is this the place?
No.
Am I here?
Hello, bud.
I'm Alex Martini, or Alex Martinez.
My name's Dustin Kula. I'm Jarrett.
I'm somewhat nervous.
I'm here at Drift Mansion, Little Talladega, for some weekend drifting.
I was here in December, the last event that they had, Grip Royal put on. I had to come back. I didn't want to miss it. This is my fourth time maybe actually being at the Drift Mansion. Ever since the Drift Mansion happened in the first place, I've always wanted to come here. So yeah, I finally made it out.
I've seen it before I came over here, and I was like, that's damn cool. And it just so worked out that this event lined up really well, and so I can't wait to blaze some tires here. Well, honestly, I saw it probably a couple of years ago, the first time they had posted something about finishing the track and hosting the drift thing, and it was before I actually got into drifting, and I thought to myself, like, I have to be here someday. So it's kind of, especially since I started driving, been a bucket list thing for me.
All right, everybody, if I can have your attention, please, for like 5 to 45 minutes. First off, my name's Scott. I am the owner of Grip Royal. I am the event coordinator and marketing assistant to John David, who owns Little Talladega, the Drift Mansion. I want to welcome you here. I want to say thank you for coming out. Okay, this is going to be an awesome weekend. I appreciate you guys coming out, signing up for this experience, and spending your 4th of July and the next few days with us. So thank you so much. This is not going to be drivers. with this event, I'm really hoping to have a little bit more of a laid back atmosphere with the drivers. We've got some returning drivers, we've got some new drivers coming from some different regions.
So it's always good to see, you know, people returning. The course is pretty demanding, so when we've got drivers that have already experienced this, that have come back, they're also coming back with like a big bag of confidence.
Was at the first Welcome to the Drift Mansion event.
Saw how fun it was and decided I wanted to do it myself.
The changes and stuff like that all over the track, maybe that's what's the most fun about this whole place here.
We hear a lot that it's completely different than it looks like on the internet, you know, and like even on the sim, like I think that really helps some people before they get here to use that. It's funny to see when people watch like, wow, this is way bigger than it is on the internet.
Like that elevation change, I just couldn't, like I've seen photos and maybe drone shots and some other driving videos, but it's actually insane. Like around the back of the house, it's like, I don't know what you call it in feet, but it's like an almost 20-foot elevation change by the looks of it.
The elevation change. The elevation changes.
The elevation change is kind of what's getting me a little worried.
I mean, obviously the banks in real life, you feel them a lot more.
There's some kind of terrain changes and it unsettles the car, and I actually really like it.
I mean, this is not an easy track. There's a lot of, you know, elevation change and stuff like that. I mean, it's super fun, but it's not a parking lot.
Good luck. Thank you. I just want to take one slow lap. Okay, yeah. I had a reason to be nervous.
A lot different than a skid pad.
Oh, brother, this is way different.
Take your time, man. I'm gonna keep you guys gapped out. Just try to keep your speed up if you're not drifting, you know?
I got you. Okay, all right.
Nice, dude.
Yep. Starting to figure it out.
Dude, by the end of the day, you're gonna be a totally different driver.
Yeah.
People that haven't driven it before, you gotta get used to the surface and everything else. I think they kind of come into it with like some hesitations, you know, and once they work past that, then like a lot of drivers make some really killer progress here.
We're definitely going to watch some driver progression, that's for sure. So
This is the end of my first year right now. Yeah. It's not even actually been a year yet.
So I just started drifting a year ago.
I've been introduced to drifting about a year ago.
First time ever driving with any elevation or bank whatsoever.
So I've been driving for about 3 years or so, and I started teaching him like mid last season. So he's coming up on his like full year of driving.
We've been drifting for about what, 7 months, 8 months?
7 months, yeah, something like that.
As long as he messes up first, I'm good.
Bro, come on, why do you have to say that?
I'm excited to see the development of some of these drivers, right? Because surely driving on a course that has elevation is a lot different than a skid pad. So it'll be cool to see people's learning curves as they progress through the weekend.
I think this track is, it's perfect for learning too. It's not necessarily like a beginner-friendly track. There are definitely some major consequences out here, but as long as you have a grasp on it and kind of know what you're doing behind the wheel, I think your skill could progress a lot out here.
Every time I come here, I progress tremendously. Just for the simple fact how they got it laid out and how they can just run cars through all day long, and you're not sitting there burning up in line for an hour at a time like we are at home.
I'm probably one of the least experienced people driving that's probably out here from who I've talked to. That's how I feel. But getting to hang out with these people, follow them, hear their mindset and how they do everything just progressed me immensely, I feel as though.
You get so much seat time, so you get to progress so much more. Like the last time I came here, I progressed in like tandeming. So like when I went home, like I'm a lot more on people's doors and shit now, so I got a lot more confidence. The elevation levels that are here, you get used to those, and then so when you go back home, you start drifting like us at Gateway, where we got a flat track. It's like cakewalk. So when something does kind of happen, your suspension goes, you know what you're doing, because out here with all these elevation changes, it just works out,
And I'm really excited to see who grows and takes these lessons and is able to learn from this place.
Your boy definitely is a better driver today than, when do we start? 10 o'clock. Everyone's like, Cho, you went from doing backies, right, to laying down lappies, bro. I was like, dude, man. And dude, I was learning all kinds of news. I thought it was a science class out there, bro. I thought Bill Nye was in the passenger seat. And we're just going through lessons out there. Dude, I'm telling you, man. And not only that, you see the mansion out here, like it's like a Mario Kart special stage. You see all the other drivers hot lapping and everything. Like I said, I'm a better driver today than 10 o'clock, right?
Most entertaining guest. So honestly, I'd say probably everybody's entertainment was Cho, a guy I'd never met Cho before or anything, but he signed up for the event with his with a car that he wasn't able to get here, and so he showed up with like a 350Z that's probably less than half sorted, and what I believe is no prior experience driving it, So while there was like progress made, like it was kind of like having definitely a different character in the mix. Very theatrical. Like I don't know that I've ever heard anybody screaming from their drift car on track before, so that was new and entertaining for us. But I'd say probably Cho was, the character that stood out over everybody.
Hell yeah. You guys gotta keep watching me, bro. If I lick that shit, man, I have my no camera on though. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cho FDM, Mr. Army Power, but today we're doing VQ Power, and I linked both courses at least once, and landscape the rest. Good morning, Drift Mansion! Today is Saturday, but feels like Sunday. Oh, it's gonna be great, because guess what? Today's reverse day. You know what that means? Reverse track layout, reverse entry. Nah. You gotta do right, Evan? Oh, come back!
Cho and I had some talks, and Cho made some progress, and I told him what I needed to see out of him and what I didn't want to see out of him, and he was really receptive, and like he left super pumped. I think he had a really awesome time. I think he made some progress even though it wasn't his car.
When I hit the barrier, I saw John come over, the owner of Drift Mansion. I told John, I'm so sorry. The first thing I asked all the stuff, guys, is the barriers okay? I don't care about the car. Is the barriers okay?
I know the car itself probably needs some changes.
We made a couple adjustments, and that's the thing. You just keep making adjustments. I'll be honest with you though, I am not gonna clutch in on entry just because this clutch specifically is a little bit tougher than my personal liking. So I'm just gonna hydro in, keep it safe. Who knows? Maybe at the end I'll hot boy entry. I want to get a little bit more comfortable. And that's the thing, that's the best part about it though. We have 2 days, right? It's not even lunchtime yet. I think it's not lunchtime yet, but we got so much time to get in it. It's a simple layout, right? But no, honestly, like, we out here.
So, and it was cool to have like that, you know, it was like everybody's out here and they're really comfortable, and here's this one guy still learning, you know, but he's got a good attitude about it. He's making it funny, you know, and he could take a joke too.
Joe, you stay right there. You listen to me. I'm like, I got you, Captain.
Captain, my captain.
Captain, my captain.
That was just another element that I guess we haven't had here before, right?
Landscaping.
I'm a jalapeno pepper. I bet you wish your tongue was wetter. I'ma keep on putting on the pressure. Fire gonna get ya, hotter than the hella hot. I am so amazing. I'm red, I'm hot, I'm flaming. Yeah, get the beat a blazing.
We're back for the day, baby.
You know, seeing Abe here was really cool. I know that he was trying to get one of his cars here, couldn't do it, had a partner help him out and bring a Nissan out. It's great to see him. It's awesome to see Evan out here with the Nissan that he's got. It's really cool to see the Keep It Reet name, because just over in Australia, that's a very popular name, but over here it's a little different, but super excited to see them. And then there's actually some local Wisconsin boys that are drifting an KA and an SR, which is super rad.
It's super cool. I got to drive with Evan Shanks. That's some dude that I've been watching on YouTube for a while, and now it's cool that we actually got to drive here at the Drift Mansion. And it was his first time here as well as ours, so it's like cool that we both get to enjoy that together.
Right there.
Yeah, we got some very good laps.
I was back a little ways.
Dawson from Circle of Drift for sure, Jason from Keep It Reet, and then, I mean, there's just a lot of people here that I've already met and will meet, and I'm sure it's, as we feel it out and see people driving, I'll get more anxious to get closer and closer to people and get some doors with them. So,
Jason Farron from Keep It Reet. I really want to get some laps in with Mike and Scott eventually, hopefully. But Cho has been one that I've been trying to meet up with for a long while, not just to drive with, but to do a podcast and stuff with as well.
Gerald, who has driven all the events at this track that we've thrown, and he's really comfortable, he's really dialed in.
His driving style is just so fire. It's very confident and it's very aggressive, but not so far off that it's like, he's not fighting the car, he's just doing a lot of input because he wants to really aggressively get into the turns, get into the transitions, and just roll into it.
You know, I think I'll be here at every one.
Yeah.
Like he said last night, I'm like the OG here. You will see me here at every Drift Mansion.
Yeah.
I will be here.
He's like, man, I'm never missing a Drift Mansion event, you know, and so far, you know, that's the way it's been.
Yeah, get the beat a blazing.
Yeah, Ross right there, love his driving style. Plus, he's just a cool dude, you know?
Stock powered IS300, and man, like he's not at a power advantage, you know? So he's really got to throw some momentum around and a whole basket full of commitment, and he's killing it.
Of course, with my buddy Ross, also from Memphis. Driving with him is a lot of fun.
Driving with people, or tandeming, and doing that good of tandems with people I don't usually tandem with was absolutely awesome. So like Trent, Kane.
It makes you grow as a driver, being able to drive with other drivers that you don't know, that you're not familiar with, and get to learn like their driving style. And
everyone drives different.
Yeah, everybody drives different.
Seeing drivers that are absolutely thrashing, and then I can give them praise, and like, yeah, I enjoy that more so. Like people that can really drive, and then you can just start doing laps together, bang each other's doors, and that's where the most fun is.
But the one guy who has already said that I could get a ride with, and I'm really excited for it, is Jason from Keep It Reed.
And he's traveled all the way here. He's been doing a US tour, and we are lucky to have him joining us on that tour. He's got this crazy R31 wagon with a really heavily built setup.
Not a very common car here, but a pretty common car they would have made in the millions back home in Australia. But it's not a very commonly drifted car in Australia anymore. They were like $500 when I was growing up, when I was 18 or so. But yeah, definitely none that are built to a pro comp level, which is pretty damn cool. I came second in Australia with it 2 years ago in the National Series. Yeah, I don't know, makes 850 horsepower, 24 PSI, revs to 8,000. And it's an absolute weapon, and it's insanely reliable too. It's insanely reliable too. It's insanely reliable too.
Did you figure out what happened?
No. I think it's showing something to do with oil pressure. Like it just dropped off completely, but it kind of seems strange that it just would do that. So I'm hoping it's a sensor or wiring or something, maybe.
I hope so.
Definitely hope so.
I'd say when Jason Farron showed up with that wagon, it definitely made a statement out of the box. I was excited to really see that thing shred some more. Unfortunately, he had a failure that he wasn't going to be able to fix while he was here. Yeah, definitely, like when you've got a high horsepower car here on track, it just, it hits different. I was looking really forward to seeing that, and I didn't know Jason before this, and so clearly he has car control. If you can control the machine that he has on this track, then like you can drive a stock Z. And so I kind of talked with the boys like Scott, Mike, you know, we should let, you know, Jason drive a Z, right? You know, he's had like 3 laps and his car broke. And so I just went up to him, I was like, hey man, you want to drive a Z, you know, gentleman's agreement, anything that happens is on you, you know.
So what's up now?
The rental.
I imagine this is a little lower power than your car.
That's fine. I can handle low power.
Got some killer laps, and I loved driving with him. But he had a good mechanical sympathy for the car, and like he was driving my personal vehicle, and I didn't really have any queries about it. I just felt good that he was able to go on track. You know, he lives in Australia, he's here for drifting, and you're not gonna drift while you're at the mansion, you know? You're just gonna hang out and watch? Like, nah, dude, you gotta drive.
Tire Streets is giving away 12 tires. Conseil Wheels is giving away 2 sets of wheels.
Won an ECU from Link.
I won me some BC coilovers and me a grip roll steering wheel.
Everyone is getting a case of 6 quarts of GP1 racing oil. We've also got gift cards from Injuku Racing.
A wise man once said that this is Dega, baby. And the best 2 things about our version is we're not in Alabama and we also have right turn. So get your ass out here, let's rip.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my.
Trent's megaphone iteration, yeah, so
Special, probably one of the greatest things to experience, especially like, you know, you're cooling down in between sessions and all that. We're having short breaks and then you hear the siren go off. After the first few times he did it, you already know, you're like, oh, I'm gonna listen up because I already know he's gonna say the most ridiculous you'll ever hear. So.
Hey Doug, you get that toe strap put on yet?
Trent, shut up.
it was great. Honestly, him doing that,
it helps
just,
experience.
It boosts your like confidence up to like want to go out and drive, you know?
I don't know, man. I just think of dumb stuff to say that I think is funny and I hope other people might appreciate it. And you just let it rip, man. You don't, you know, it's like you take life seriously because there's a lot to do, but you can't take yourself too seriously or you just miss out on all the fun stuff. So it's just, well, I didn't even get into politics. So we wholly avoided that debacle.
I'm glad they let him do that because it definitely uplifted the vibes before going out there on track, you know what I mean?
Now that everyone is fat and happy, it's time to strap in your bitch and let her eat. Let's do this.
Pool party!
I would like to jump in the pool. I would like to jump in that pool.
Who won? I won. My team won.
We're at Drip Mansion, baby. Let's go.
If you've never driven one, they're way harder than they look.
I don't know what this does, but it doesn't do what you think. It doesn't do, no.
It has been a killer weekend. We're so happy to have you all. Unfortunately, we cannot stay here forever, so this is your last opportunity today to do hood rat shit with your friends. So we know it's hot, so please hydrate yourself, hydrate your car, and if you're having issues with that, my personal advice would be to give it that honk toot and spit on that thing. Thanks for being here. The track is hot for the final time. Little Talladega Drift Mansion, summer 2024. The track is hot.
Hour or two of the Drift Mansion, and we're gonna go as hard as we possibly can. We were doing it for Dale. He hit me.
I couldn't avoid.
Yeah, so he hit me, and then after he hit me, it pushed me into the other car, and it pretty much totaled my front end. So,
I mean, yeah, it's drifting.
It's drifting.
It's drifting.
There's no hard feelings at all. Really.
No hard feelings.
Things you do for the drift mansion.
Run into your friend for fun, I guess.
Yep. Bent this back coil over on the back when he hit me, and then it bent even worse when the second guy hit me, so.
Rock and roll.
What are you gonna do for us?
Burnout time, baby. Aussie style.
Let's do it.
The way that all these teams and individuals just kind of come together and mesh together for this weekend, you know, once every 6 months or whatever, is a really special thing. And I think it's just kind of a testament as to like how well we know each other, how connected we are, but also the fact that like really we just like everybody's got a high level of respect for everyone here. And I think that really makes this kind of go as seamlessly as possible.
I've actually, and this is a true statement, I've not met anyone that I have not liked in drifting.
Everybody's been awesome. I'm not super familiar with everyone in the scene, so I'm trying to learn as fast as I can, but everybody's been so nice. It's like this Midwest nice, and I couldn't be more thankful for that.
Everybody's just helping out, and if you need a hand, you need a tool, anything. It's really cool, and it doesn't compare.
I'm more of the grassroots type person, and this just kind of essence all of that. Because I mean, you show up here, you've got some big names like Jason and stuff from Australia, but you've also got the guy down the road, or 20 minutes down the road, that just has a sick car and wants to come out and enjoy something that's nice near him. That's the aspect of drifting that I like.
You come here, you know it's all driving. You know you're gonna get the seat time. You know you're gonna drive with dudes that are absolutely rippers.
The best part about having a place like this is it attracts some pretty rad clientele. And so along with that, they are also like really respectful and like good people. So we're blessed to get the clientele that we do get, because everybody seems to be like pretty awesome, respectful people.
Just the fact that everybody's willing to help at a moment's notice, basically for anything at all, is a huge plus.
So our staff is made up of a bunch of really good friends, so it's really cool that we all get to work together on such a massive project, and during the work we make it so much fun because we're all like brothers.
Those guys work their ass off to put this stuff on, so really appreciate them for one.
I just drove the funnest track I've ever been to, and I drove the hardest I've ever driven before. Just the hospitality alone was just amazing. Just the warm welcome that you get from coming to this place, and just really the way that the event is ran and organized is just amazing to me.
It's just like a dream to anybody who is into cars. This is like your ultimate goal, so.
The hospitality, the track, just to get to know people, see everybody.
Props to John and Allison for this place, because it's just sick. There's no other word I can use to describe it, but just sick.
When people are saying, man, this has been so great, it's been such a wonderful time, we hear that a lot here, and that's what really keeps us going. You know, we've got some giant hills to climb still, for sure, and will for a while, but it was easier to take on the amount of work that these take because it's such a positive thing. So we're like literally running on positivity. Yeah, there's a couple energy drinks throughout the day, you know, but if you couldn't have a good attitude about it, then like you'd physically wear out faster.
Because for me, it's just been a very blissful opportunity to be here, and the people is what makes the event alive, you know? But don't get me wrong, the mansion, it's like a unique event, and I feel like no matter what, it is on its own, it's so special. But it's the staff, the drivers, the owners, cleanup crew, everybody.
I couldn't ask for anything more. Like, this was the best experience, honestly, anybody could ask for, right? Like, tire wear, hospitality, you name it, the Drift Mansion will provide it, all right? This is the best place to come to, period.